Hi, this is Holy Humor number 6, and it is a wonderful time of being able to laugh and to forget about our troubles and to just relax and enjoy life and enjoy our situation here. So we have Ole and Lena, of course. We got to start out with them. Ole and Lena invited their elderly pastor, this old guy, something like me, I suppose, for Sunday dinner. While they were in the kitchen preparing the meal, the minister asked their 5-year-old son, Ole Jr., what they were having. Goat, Ole Jr. replied. Goat, replied the startled man of the cloth. Are you sure about that? Yep, said Ole. I heard my dad say to my mom, today is just as good as any to have that old goat for dinner. Okay, number 2. Lena was trying hard to get ketchup out of the jar. During her struggle, the phone rang, so she asked her son, 4-year-old Ole, to answer it. Mommy can't come to the phone to talk to you right now, the little boy told the caller. She's hitting the bottle. Yeah, I know. Number 3, Ole was bragging about his knowledge of the state capitals of the United States. He announced, go ahead, ask me any of the capitals. I know all of them. Okay, Sven responded. What is the capital of Arizona? Ole replied proudly, oh, that's easy. It's A for Arizona, you see. I know it's terrible. Okay, so in one of my Bible studies, somebody wore this cap and it said this. My wife says I never listen to her. At least I think that's what she said. And then here's something that somebody told me. I wrote this down September 4th of 2012. I was so shy I couldn't lead in silent prayer. Okay, here's a one of 2 little boys. A couple had 2 little boys. They were ages 8 and 10 who were excessively mischievous. The 2 boys were always getting into trouble, and their parents could be assured that if any mischief occurred in their town, their 2 young sons were in some way involved. You know kids like that? The parents were at their wits' end as to what to do about their son's behavior. The mother had heard that a clergyman in town had been successful in disciplining children in the past. So she asked her husband if he thought they should send the boys to speak with the clergyman. The husband said, well, we might as well. We need to do something before I really lose my temper. The clergyman agreed to speak with the boys, but asked to see them individually. The 8-year-old went to meet with him first, and the clergyman sat the boy down and asked him sternly, where is God? The boy made no response. So the clergyman repeated the question in an even sterner tone. Where is God? And again, the boy made no attempt to answer. So the clergyman raised his voice even more and shook his finger at the little boy and said, where is God? At that, the boy bolted from the room and ran directly home, slammed himself in the closet. His older brother followed him into the closet and asked what had happened. The younger brother replied, we are in big trouble this time. God is missing, and they think we did it. I think it's great. All right. A little boy opened the big and old family Bible with fascination and looked at the old pages as he turned them. Most of us have a family Bible, right? Suddenly, something fell out of the Bible, and he picked it up and looked at it closely. It was an old leaf from a tree that had been pressed between the pages. Mama, look what I found, the little boy called out. What have you got there, dear? His mother asked. With astonishment in the boy's voice, he answered, I think it's Adam's suit, meaning, the fig leaf. 6-year-old Angie and her 4-year-old brother Joel were sitting together during church services. Joel giggled, sang, and talked out loud. Finally, his big sister had had enough. "You're not supposed to talk out loud in church." "Why? Who's going to stop me?" Joel asked. Angie pointed to the back of the church and said, "See those two men standing back there by the door? They're hushers," instead of ushers. A Sunday school teacher was discussing the 10 Commandments with her 5 and 6-year-olds. After explaining the commandment to honor thy father and thy mother, she asked, "Is there a commandment that teaches us how to treat our brothers and sisters?" Without missing a beat, one little boy in the back row, who's the oldest of the family, answered, "Thou shalt not kill." Okay, and second to the last, Ole took Lena out to dance over the weekend. There was a guy on the dance floor living it up, breakdancing, moonwalking, backflips, the works. Lena turned to Ole and said, "See that guy? 25 years ago, he proposed to me and I turned him down." Ole replied, "Well, it looks like he's still celebrating." And lastly, a priest was invited to Ole and Lena's house for a party. Naturally, he was properly dressed and wearing his priest's collar, just like I am right now. Little Sven kept staring at him the entire evening. Finally, the priest asked Sven what he was staring at. Little Sven pointed to the priest's neck, and when the priest finally realized that he was pointing at, he asked Sven, "Do you know why I'm wearing this?" Sven nodded his head yes and replied, "It kills fleas and ticks for up to 3 months." Okay, listen, you have a great week, the rest of the week, and God bless you, and have a great sense of humor, knowing that we can laugh at ourselves, not at each other, but laugh at ourselves and have a great time with God's humor. Amen. Thanks for joining.